Now, the Fox 7 Focus.
The conversation continues as we answer the question of what happens next for Austin ISD. Yesterday, we showed you the first part of our conversation with District Superintendent Matias Segura. Here's part two. Based on the consolidation plan, it looks like you guys would save $26 million. Does this get you out of that $20 million shortfall temporarily? Is this a long-term fix or just a step in the right direction?
It's one meaningful step in the right direction. It's hard to say with certainty that any one step, right, it ultimately solves the challenges that we have as an organization. What we do know is that we have been inefficient. We do know that our resources are being deployed in a way that doesn't necessarily meet the needs of all of our students. And we know that we need to do something meaningful to change how we support our city and support our school system. The state legislature, the pressures that we have are not going away. So if we don't evolve, we introduce risk in how we provide education to Central Texas. And so, there's a lot, but it is one step. But we've been able to get to this point while protecting many things that are important to us: librarians, nurses, planning time, the curriculum. All these things we've committed to, and are also things that we have to pay for. And so, if we're not going to address those or look at cuts there, we have to look elsewhere. And that's one of the reasons we're taking this on now.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but your board president, Lynn Boswell, said that inflation has not kept up with public education. Do you think the state of Texas has done enough for public education?
When it comes to funding, no. I think there's definitely a huge opportunity there. Certainly, we're grateful for any dollars that flow our way. But the reality of it all is, when you think back to 2017, 2019, and the inflation that we've seen, we're 20 to 22%, and the revenue has only changed modestly. So we haven't kept up. And the reality of it all is that we have to compete to keep educators in Central Texas. Right. Well, we know how expensive it is to live here. And so if we're not addressing compensation, we lose those educators who are so critical, who are really the fundamental component of public education. We believe in our teachers. We love our teachers. We want them to stay. But in order to do that, we have to pay a competitive salary. And so that's just one of the many things that drives these costs. I agree with President Boswell. I believe that there's a lot of opportunity for improvement. I don't believe the state has been able to keep up with the cost of education.
Do you believe the Trump administration has done enough for public education?
I will tell you that the changes at the federal level have created disruptions in our current system that have been difficult to navigate at times. Just an example of this that is real. Several months ago, when Title II, Title III, and Title IV funding was frozen, I had to get about 140 people into a room and talk about what a freeze means. Right, when those funds aren't moving through the system, we're not able to make payroll, which means we need to make some difficult decisions. And so those types of disruptions are really difficult to navigate, especially when they occur overnight. So, I'm always looking for support for public education. We understand how important it is to our overall economy, but there have been disruptions, and that's been difficult to navigate for sure.
Superintendent Segura, we appreciate your time as always. Thank you.
Thank you very much.